Welcome to Explain the Charts. Today, May 14th, 2025, we're dissecting Microsoft, MSFT, examining both the latest news and detailed chart analysis. We'll uncover potential trading strategies. First, let's dive into some recent headlines. Microsoft closed at $449.14 yesterday, but after-hours trading suggests a slight dip to around $447.09. There's news of job cuts, around 3% of the workforce, to streamline operations and refocus on AI, a recurring theme. Analysts remain optimistic, with a strong buy consensus and an average 12-month price target of $507.77, and some even forecasting as high as $600. Q3 earnings exceeded expectations, driven by strong cloud revenue growth. However, there are concerns about AI capacity constraints beyond June 2025 and the renegotiation of the OpenAI partnership. The Yahoo Finance summary mentioned layoffs, AI investments, and Bill Gates' views on policy, which is helpful to keep in mind. UBS, Stifel Nicolaus, and Mizuho have all raised their price targets on Microsoft, citing strong AI revenue potential, which is also bullish. Analysts also note that the Magnificent Seven stocks, including Microsoft, have underperformed through the first 4 months of 2025. Now, let's turn to the charts. Looking at the daily chart, we can see the Microsoft price action over the past year, a good way to evaluate if price target forecasts seem likely or not. We saw a significant dip around late January 2025, followed by a steady climb, which now looks like a period of consolidation. Let's narrow in on the recent price action in March and April of 2025, where the price dipped below 400 before beginning an uptrend. The daily chart reveals key support around the $360 to $380 level from March and April 2025. There's resistance near the 468.35 high from July 2024. A break above this level could signal further bullish momentum. To get a closer look at recent price movements, let's switch to the 1-hour chart, specifically looking at the period since April 23, 2025. We can see more detail into how it bounced from $420 towards $450, but then dropped down towards $430 again. For a closer examination, let's switch to the 15-minute chart from May 9, 2025 to today. This will allow us to zoom in on smaller price fluctuations. Notice how the price fluctuated between 436 and 440 on May 9th, showing a short-term period of consolidation. Looking at that smaller timeframe chart and the recent news headlines, a short-term bearish scenario could involve a pullback to the $440 support level, especially considering the planned job cuts and associated uncertainty, since the stock is currently near the top of its 52-week range. If this level breaks, we could see further downside towards the $430 range, where it had previously found support. In the long term, and if the AI investments pay off and the stock breaks the 468 resistance, a bullish scenario could push the stock towards analysts' price targets of $500 and beyond, especially with UBS, Stifel Nicolaus, and Mizuho recently raising their price targets. Keep an eye on the news regarding Microsoft's AI initiatives, OpenAI partnership, and overall cloud revenue growth, and compare this to the chart for any correlated moves.